Hi everyone, welcome to the second video in my myofascial release series. Hopefully you've watched the first video where we focused on the lower body. So we worked from the feet up, we did the calves, hamstrings, glutes and quads. Also your ITB band down the side as well. So today I'm going to focus a little bit more on the upper body. So you need just foam roller and your tennis ball. I've got a harder ball, a cross ball here, but you can definitely use a tennis ball. And first we're going to start with the thoracic spine. So we're going to come down, and in my first video I explained all about fascia and what fascia is and why we release it. So if you haven't watched my first video, just go back and watch that first. So you can definitely have a bit more of an understanding of why we foam roll. And yeah, it's good to work from the feet up. So first of all, with your foam roller, have it across where your bra line would be. So across the shoulder blades. And you're going to rest your head in your hands. So nice and relaxed here. First, we're going to start by breathing in, curling, and then breathing out to slowly curl back. So you've got the foam roller across the shoulder blades. Breathe in, breathe out, curl back. And just be really mindful of the lower back here, that the lower back's not overarching. And you want to do all of these movements for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Now we're going to lift the bottom up. So we're suspended and we're going to start to roll. So from that bra line and all the way up to the upper back. Try and just relax through the neck and shoulders here. And don't go too low. So you don't want to put any pressure on that lower back. Just take it nice and gentle. And as I said in my first video, you want to really use the breath. And whenever you find a point, a trigger point that's tight, might be about an 8 in pain, you want to either hold it, apply more pressure, or do a little rock backwards and forwards. So just spend some time here on the thoracic spine. We find the thoracic spine is quite tight from sitting at computers. So just spend some time here on your thoracic spine. Next, we're going to go into what's called our QL muscle. So the QL muscle starts from the bottom of your ribs here, and the muscles between the bottom of your ribs and the top of your pelvis. So, and it helps with movement. So it helps with going to the sides. So it gets quite tight. It inserts into the hip, but also it has a lot to do with your movement. So it affects your lower back as well. So have the foam roller between the bottom rib and the top of your pelvis. You come onto your side. Resting on your elbow, try not to put too much pressure into the shoulder. You can have that back leg up on the floor, and then you can suspend the hips a little bit and then sort of face 45 degrees. And so you're just going to do a little roll backwards and forwards here. So just between that bottom rib and the top of the pelvis. Try and just relax through the neck and the shoulders. And just do what's comfortable for you. Really important to use your breath during all of these movements. And I'll just show you from the back as well so you can see where I am. So between bottom rib, top of the pelvis, angled at 45 degrees, and then just rolling here. And you just want to spend 30 seconds to 1 minute on each. You can definitely spend more time depending on how tight you are. Okay, then we're going to go up into the lats. So the lats are this big muscle down the side of the body here. So coming onto your side again, and I'm going to get you to bring the foam roller right up under the armpit here. And then your arms can be out in front. And then you can just start to roll. Or what you can also do is take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you can open up. Now you can either spend some time here at that 45-degree angle, rolling backwards and forwards. So you can go right up to the armpit, top of the armpit, down a little bit. Just don't put too much pressure on the ribs. Use the breath. Or you can actually spend some time just rolling forward and backwards, opening up a little bit more each time. So you want to breathe out as you open up, breathe in as you come forward, and you might spend some time here before you then roll down a little further. So everyone's really different with foam rolling and where their tightness and weakness is, where they hold tension. So just find your sweet spot. So wherever you find tension, you want to spend some time, either little roll backwards and forwards on it, or apply more body weight. So I'll just show you that lat rolling from the back. So I've got the roller right up near my armpit, just relaxing through the neck and shoulders. Breathe in, roll forward, breathe out, come open. Use the breath, or I can stay open at that 45 degrees, suspend the hips a little bit and roll up and down here. It's quite painful. So just really use your breath to help you through that. Another one you could do, this gets into the teres minor, so you can actually use your ball and it gets a little bit more targeted. And you get it right here at the back, and you'll feel it because it gets really tight. Helps with our shoulder, and you'll see me really feel it here. So again, use your breath, find that point. For me, it's very tight here, and then you can either roll around or I can apply more body weight to that point. So I'll just show you again, close. So the ball's here, okay? And that's also a lot to do with rotator cuff as well. So if we can loosen that up, really important as well. A lot of people get rotator cuff injuries. So you really want to just spend some time here. Use the breath, breathe through it. Either roll around little circles or apply more body weight. Just try and relax through the neck and shoulders. So that's your cure down here, your thoracic spine, which we get quite tight from sitting on the desk, into your lats, and then we did that teres minor in here. You can also do your pecs, where you bring it into here, and you can go up against a wall, rolling, or I'm just going to demonstrate on the floor here, where we come down, and again, we just roll into it here. So just relax the neck and shoulders. And again, you'll find that spot because it's, again, really tight. Either apply more pressure or just hold body weight down onto it. Use your breath. Again, spend 30 seconds to 1 minute. And just move around to find that tight spot. Give it some love. So again, that one gets really tight as well. Any pec, because we're also forward, so our pec muscles get really tight. So a good one to spend some time on. Okay, the last couple is your neck. So you can either use the ball, and it's really nice to sometimes get two balls, which I'll show you, and place it at the base of your neck here. And then you can actually lie on it. You could put them into a sock so it's more comfortable, or you can just lie on it like that. And so the base of your neck here, just to release tension in the neck. You might have to hold the balls if they're not in a sock. Okay, so you can do that with the balls, just nice and relaxed through the hips and the pelvis. You can do chin tucks with those balls behind the base of the neck. Okay, so if they're in a sock, it just means they can hold in position a little bit better. Another option is you could use the roller. So just have the roller at the base of your neck. And a couple of options here as well. So you can lift your hips and just do a little rock backwards and forwards. Okay. Just use your breath. Relax the neck and shoulders. Or another option is you drop your hips down and then you do a really slow side to side. Just taking your time. And that feels really nice. A lot of us get really tight neck as well from poor posture, looking down at our phones, things like that, looking at the computer. So really slow through the neck here. And the last one is to open up the chest. Now, because I'm between houses at the moment, I've only got my short roller. Ideally, you want to have the longer roller. Otherwise, you can support your head with a pillow. I'm just going to demonstrate with this, but what you would ideally have is your long roller down the center of your mat. You'll have your bottom on the roller, and let's pretend I've got my head on the roller, okay? So my head would be resting on the roller, my bottom's on the roller. And then I just let my arms open out to the side. I'm actually going to let my head drop. We always want the legs bent, okay? So our shoulder blades are wrapping around the roller, and then we're opening up the chest. I'm going to let my head drop to the floor, but I want you, if you can, to have your long roller here so you can let your head rest on the roller and your bottom's on the roller as well. And then you'll take a breath in. As you breathe out, just really let your whole body relax around the roller here. So just nice and relaxed. And you can spend a couple of minutes here just opening up through the chest, letting the hips and pelvis be really heavy. That feels amazing. And then just really, really slowly coming up. So I would recommend doing that one for at least a couple of minutes because we're always so forward. It's nice to open up the chest and just let the whole body open up nice and relaxed through the neck and hips, hopefully supported by a long foam roller. So that's the end of the second video. But what I want you to do, if you've watched the first video, at the beginning, we did a little bit of a test where we did a roll down. So we did a few roll downs to see where you were at with touching the floor, if you're close to the floor with your fingers, if you're quite far from the floor. And so once you've done that whole set, you've done the first video of lower body foam rolling, you've done your upper body, you've opened your chest, then I want you to recheck your roll down. So you'd recheck again once you've done that whole series of foam rolling exercises. You'd come back to your stance, so legs hip width apart, soft bend in the knees. You'd take a breath in. As you breathe out, chin to the chest, slowly roll the body down, one vertebra at a time. And hopefully, because you've done that whole series of video 1 and video 2, hopefully you notice a difference with where you're at with being close to the floor. Hopefully you see some changes. Just hang out here for a few seconds, and then when you're ready to come up, just take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just really, really slowly, rolling all the way back up again, one vertebra at a time. And relax. So hopefully you notice some changes from doing the video 1 and video 2 in a complete set. And yeah, hopefully you're getting a little bit closer to the floor. So I would recommend doing foam rolling every day, even if you just did 10 minutes a day, and it just helps the body release, it helps you get more range in your movements, and it avoids injury as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this second video. Leave me any feedback or questions or comments below, and I'll be happy to answer those. I also run a lot of virtual classes, live virtual classes throughout the week, and I also do recorded classes. So check me out, Delzo Active on Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, good luck with your myofascial release, and hopefully see you soon. Okay, bye.